Morning, everyone. Look at the snow we got last night. We had a cold December and we had quite a bit of snow down on the ground, and in the last week we hit a mild spell with a lot of rain into it, warm weather, +10, +8, and warm through the nights too, and it all melted away. Look, here's my bird feeder. That's the snow that landed last night. Most of our storms come here with wind. This was dead calm and quiet last night, and it fell just straight, and it was just right on, like 0, -1. If you listen to the snow underfoot, it's right packy. Perfect snowman snow. Tell you the truth, I might come out and make a snowman today. Haven't made a snowman for years. It's good to embrace your inner child. But look at it just hung on everything. There's trees out now. We didn't lose power, which is great. But if you see this is my espalier wire. And there's the wire. And that snow is just packy and just built on the wire. And on the espaliers, well, it looks pretty neat. I kind of got a kick out of growing espaliers. I read about them here a few years ago and planted these in as pear trees, and hoping to see my first pears this year. I thought I would have seen my first pears last year. I had one of the trees out of all of them come into blossom, just a few blossoms, but it was a cold spring, very little bee work, and of course only the one tree came into blossom. So I didn't get any pears. So I'm hoping this year we'll see more blossoms and more bees and more pears. Look at this one here. This is an electric fence wire for the cattle in the summertime. And look at the snow built up on that. That's just a little 16th wire that's sitting there. And the snow builds up on that. And how it hangs on, I have no idea. But look down the road. We had our power flick on and off a few times last night. And as I got driving out the road, I could see why, because there's in a few spots the trees are out, not hanging in the road, but laying down in the road, just enough that you can weave your car in between the trees. But this was just too much of a winter wonderland not to share with everybody. Especially all week it's been, well, I wouldn't say green grass, but it's been grass and everything's been bare and open. It says we're gonna maybe turn into a bit of a cold spell here now coming into next week, which is very typical for us in our weather. Doesn't matter what time of year it is, we're up and down with our temperatures all the time. You gotta pack so many clothes in the car and in your front porch with you this time of year, because you gotta have about 4 different seasons of changes on the go at any one time. And you gotta guess every morning which set of combination of clothes you should be wearing. But look at that. It's dead calm this morning. I was up and went out to the barn and milked the cow for the little pigs. The little pigs are really starting to pick their appetites up lately, and really starting to put food to them. I was out early. It's my day off, but I went out early and milked the cow, and then I think I'll take the dog for. I'm going to have her coffee, and I'm going to take the dog for a walk. He doesn't care about the beauty of the snow, but he likes walking, and I like just looking at things like that. I mean, look, every little, you wouldn't think every 3 inches of snow could hang on little tiny twigs like that. It's just stunning. And it's so quiet. It's blanketed everything, and it's just as quiet as it gets. You can't, if a chickadee peeps a half mile down the road, you can hear him. It's just something else. I know some of the people that watch don't live in northern climates, and a lot of them don't care to ever live in northern climates because they really aren't accustomed to the cool weather at all. But on a morning like this, now I don't live north. We're in Nova Scotia. We're not up in the Arctic Circle or anything like that. I know there's a gentleman, Savage North Gardens, that watches my channel that deals with way more colder, more northerly weather than what we ever do. For Canada, Nova Scotia is a fairly mild province. We're not quite like Vancouver, which is a little wetter, more mild. They get the Pacific wind, but we're a fairly mild province. But for the ones who don't live in a winter country, I'd love to come up. You come up and go for a walk today. I mean, it's not cold out, it's 0 degrees. It's going to warm up, I think, to +4 or 5, so a lot of this stuff's going to start falling. But it's just like walking inside of a, what would be cliche to say, to be walking inside of a snow globe, not a snow globe, walking inside of a Walt Disney Winter Wonderland film. Oh, and somebody just started subscribing new, Frida. I think she knew Dale, and she commented on my hat the other day. Frida, if you're watching this, I got a new hat for Christmas. So in all this white snow, that red and black plaid should really pop for color. Have a great one, everybody.